Hello everyone, welcome back again to another video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at authentication vulnerabilities, specifically enforcing a login pages on web application. Alright, so before we begin, I will quickly walk you through some of the high-level overview. After that, then we'll move straight to the lab environment. And a quick disclaimer that this video is for educational purposes only. I do not endorse unethical activities, so make sure you have the proper permission to try this against any live target. All right, let's begin. Okay, let's quickly walk through some of the theoretical aspect of what we are doing today. What exactly is authentication vulnerability? Where an authentication vulnerability or an attack is a type of cyber attack that targets authentication process of a system, aiming to bypass or compromise the security mechanism that validates users' device or system. Of course, this attack is to exploit weakness in the way the system verifies user credentials like username and password. And then, of course, there are several types of authentication attack, but in today's video, we are testing specifically for the brute force attack. Brute force attack is where an ethical hacker or a pen tester or a bug bounty hunter systematically tries every possible combination of password to see if they can get the correct one. All right, we have some quick measure here to mitigate authentication attack. There are various strategies where one can employ, such as, of course, using strong password and enabling multi-factor authentication, rate limiting, and account lockout. Okay, that is for the theoretical aspect of it. Right now, we'll move to the practical demonstration. Okay, welcome to the lab environment. In today's video, I'll be using Postfigure Academy lab environment for the demonstration. If you haven't created an account yet with the Postfigure Academy, I highly recommend you create an account so that you can follow up and of course in the future video. All right. Let's begin. As you can see, the task of this lab is to enumerate the username, then actually force the username to identify the password. Postfigure had already provided us with possible username and password list. So what I will do first is to access the lab. We'll wait for the lab to load. Then while it's loading up, I will quickly spin up Bob Suite. Of course, I'm using the community edition. I think I'm having a confusion here. Okay. I think I don't need it, delete it. All right, we are going to use Bob Suite default. I think I have two windows open. I'll have to cancel this one. All right. No problem. I want to cancel, yes. All right, perfect. Now we'll go back to the lab. Okay. As you can see, it's not solved yet. What I will do, I'll quickly copy the URL because I will be using the Bob Suite browser instead. So head straight to proxy, open browser. Okay, the browser has successfully loaded up. Then I'll paste in the URL, then hit enter. All right, this is the target. As you can see, we are trying to brute the login. Of course, I will just give it a random name. Let's say admin. If I can type that correctly, then password. We are really interested in the request anyway. Okay, now we go back to our Bob Suite. We should have it under the HTTP history. All right, we have the post request. All right, this is what we need. Then now we are going to be testing the username first. So I will add it as the position. I'll add it. Then the attack type is sniper because I'm targeting a single position. Then the payload, I'm going to be loading the word list provided to us by port trigger. So I'll go there, usernames. And I'm going to copy all the possible usernames here. All right, go back to box suite, then load it. Ah, no, sorry. Paste. All right, we have all the username. Then the next thing is to start attack. Of course, it will be throttled. Now, there is something very interesting I really want you to pay attention to. Here, it said invalid username. Well, you remember the first username we typed was admin, and it said invalid username. So we'll go back to Pop Suite and see if we can get a different response. For example, the status code as of now is 200. Okay, the response received, they are almost the same. So what we'll be looking for is a different response in the login page. Let's check the response. Can say invalid, for example. Okay, invalid username. This is not correct. Add kit. Same. We are going to wait for the for the attack to finish. Of course, it's slow because I'm using the Buzzfeed Community Edition. So we are going to wait patiently. All right, the attack is complete. Now we have to also try to dig deeper. For example, we have this response is quite large. I'm going to look into it and see what the response is. Still invalid. Athena. Let's see if that is correct. Invalid. So let's check this. Invalid usernames as well. I'm still trying to test all of them manually. Invalid username. Still invalid. Okay. Here we have a different response. It is saying incorrect password, which means the username is correct. All right, we have identified the username here, alpha. We'll go back to the position now. I'm going to clear the position. Then which the username now should be alpha. Now we are going to add the password feed. Now we are going to add it. Then the payload we are going to clear. All right, we go back to the password, candidate password, copy everything. Here I'm going to paste it on the follow redirection in case. All right, we start attack. Perfect. I'm going to pause the video for the attack to complete because it's going to take a while. All right, it has completed. I will start with the status code. They are almost the same, 200, and with the response code. But what I will be using in this case, I will use the follow redirect and see. Okay, we have one here, which is princess. Let me see if that is correct. I think the username is alpha and the password is princess. Let's see the response. Okay, found 302 found. Perfect. As you can see, the location is my account and the ID is alpha. All right, cool. We have successfully identified the username and password. So the username is alpha and the password is princess. Let me take that. See, alpha, then It should be princess. Okay. All right. Now that we have identified the credential with UpSuite, as you can see, it was slow. It did take a lot of time to be able to identify this credential because I was using the community edition. Right now, I'm going to showcase other methods how we can get these credentials more faster. I will be using a command line tool called FOF, which is a tool that can force faster. Anyway, let's test force if we can find the same credential with FOF. Now in the proxy tab, I'm going to copy the request and come here. I'll paste the request, then save it as requests. Call it request.test. All right, that is all we need. And again, the password and the username. So let me quickly copy the password and the username. G should be the password, I think. Yeah, this is the password. Then I'll save it as the password. All right, then the username. Copy everything. Come back here. Then username.test. All right. Now we do have the request and the possible credentials. So let's quickly test it out and see. All right. If you are not familiar with FOF, so you can use the help menu. So FOF dash help. This is basic usage of FOF, so you can help yourself. And then the request. It will be the file that we copied, which is the request.test. Then the request protocol, sorry, should be HTTPS. Then the mode, in this case, I'll be using the cluster bomb, which is I'm targeting the both username and password at the same time. Then the username password is, I'll give you the username password, sorry, should be under home. Then username.test. Then the password file also. Then I think, okay, sorry, wrong password. All right. There's a mistake here. I think I do need to edit the request. So, all right. Here I'll give you the keyword. I'll give you the keyword pause. Pause one. Pause one. Then the password feed would be pause two. Pause two. Perfect. Then we'll save it. Back. Then pause two. And then Here will be first one. Then I will be matching the code. Then I will match the response code, which is 302. Then I'll hit enter. As you can see, it is going very faster. It will only take few minutes to complete. All right. While it's running, I'll quickly pause the video. As you can see, we have managed to find some credentials here. The username we have Apple, and I think the password we have no. Anyways, I'm going to stop the attack now, and let's test this password anyway. So I will come here. I think that was Apple. Paste it, and the password is no. Okay. I don't know. All right, the lab is solved. As you can see, we have managed to identify the credential with four. Uh, the username is Apple and the email is apple at normal user.net. Anyway, we were able to solve it. And in this case, we didn't use the credentials we found with the fourth. The credentials we found with Bob Suite anyway. If you remember earlier, we found other credentials like Alpha and Princess. But anyway, we were able to achieve the same thing using fourth. All right, that's not this for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment, share your opinion. Have a great day. Bye.